Jack Reese. You want to listen to the things about boxing? Don't miss Lady Chan. Get on those podcasts.
In the building.
Hey guys. Well. Listen, Richardson Hitchens receives lucky to have a unanimous points decision over Gustavo Lemos. Listen, I was telling people that this fight is going to be a tough one for Richardson. So weird that he's got like a surname for a first name and a first name for a surname. It's just like, why don't you just call him Richard Hitchens? It would have been better. But anyway. I was telling people this guy, Gustavo Lemos, I went and had a look at him before this fight, just to be, so I knew what I was talking about. And yes, he fought Lee Selby and battered him, basically. Lee Selby came out looking alright. First couple of round one. By round two, it was already bad for him. He got floored about a total of 2 or 3 times in round 4 or 5, and then he got stopped. It was a demoralising one for Lee Selby for sure. Listen, and then I've seen him fight tall lads, because this guy's only 5'5", but I've seen it, this bit already, and now I have to re-record this bit again because for some reason in the software it decided to mute me. But basically the rundown is that Gustavo has relentless pressure, body shots are his kill shots, overhand rights, which I think he develops because he's such a short fighter and has to deal with taller fighters. So they tend to do, utilize the overhand left or right, depending what stance they are or whatever. And his pressure is relentless. There's different intensities of pressure fighters, and this guy does well with guys that are not big punchers, but guys that are not big hitters. And that is definitely Richardson Hitchens. He can hit you and he can hurt you for sure. We saw him do nice 1-2 flushes on Lemos, and Lemos had to be like, oh, but he kind of did start walking him down. Well, he did start walking him down. But yeah, the relentless pressure is intense. He's from Argentina. They don't play. The Spanish Italians, or the Spanish Italians, whichever way you want to do it. Because when they speak Spanish, it sounds Italian, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Yeah, so I was just giving that breakdown that basically this guy the body shots are just horrid. So yeah, I was just pushing you against ropes and then tucking you in. That's his motive operandi. So round 1 comes out and you're like, he's kind of standoffish, but then he starts to apply un poquito pressure, right? So I gave him the first round, the second round. I think by the time it was 5 rounds in, I had Hitchens up by 1 round, so it was like 3-2 by then. Listen, when it started to ramp up, by round 2, he'd already kind of staggered Richardson Hitchens and started to apply that pressure. He likes to get people up in the turnbuckles, up against them ropes, and that's what he did to Hitchens. Hitchens was backed up, but backed up in them ropes, getting caught with some not nice flush shots. I was like, oh God, I knew this was coming. But my prediction was a Hitchens unanimous decision. I thought he would still be able to get through this, but it's going to be trouble. It's going to be problems. But so I was like, oh God, here we go. And then as like I said, as a couple of the rounds developed, Richardson decided, keep that jab out. But Gustavo, listen, Lemos don't care about a jab. He always gets in the inside. And if you don't have any power, the people I've seen him the most relentless with when I was doing my research was people that didn't have power and they had movement. And because they had lack of power and a lot of movement, it was a disaster for the other person. They got stopped. So what he would do is body shots, body shots, body shots to stop them moving, and then an overhand right and some flurries of some bombs, and you know that they would stop moving and then they'd be stopped. So I knew Richardson Hitchens doesn't have power like that. So I have seen him score a knockout a couple of fights ago. But he doesn't have power like that. So I thought, oh my God, it's going to be a problem. Anyway, he started to back up Hitchens. Hitchens basically had to move, constantly move. Nice jab, Hitchens. Hitchens did catch him with some good shots and flash 1-2s. Then in the end, he got drawn into Lemos's fight and he was in the pocket. Inside, wrong place to be, because he didn't have any inside game, because he is at range mid and at range fighter, Hitchens. So, you know, there was some uppercuts coming from Gustavo, but then the team was like, listen, you're not letting your hands go, let your damn hands go. So when there was more inside fighting, Hitchens did decide to let his hands go a little bit, score some other uppercuts, like I said, flush 1-2s, and he even hit Lemos shots to the body as the smaller fighter. But then round 8 comes, it just was unraveling. Hitchens got an overhand or a flush right that got him, and that sent him kind of like reeling. Legs went from under him, followed through by an onslaught, left, right, body shot. Hitchens was hugging. He turned into a Lawrence Hagoli. Hug. I thought, damn, man, he did that to survive. I get you. First little came out round 9. He's still hugging. He still wasn't all there. Listen, I didn't think he was all there. I had some successful bits for the rest of the fight, but listen, Lemos turned on the power, turned on the heat. Did take a round off, maybe. But I mean, Lemos literally from round 8 to 12, he was dominating. There may be a round in there that I didn't score it as such like that. That Hitchens did probably win a round, but listen, Lemos's relentless pressure just was so uncomfortable for Richard that he was getting on. Like, he was basically having to move, and then forced to fight toe to toe. 12th round, Richardson Hitchens lost that round and got lit up, and was basically trying to hug on his bike. Got lit up. Yeah, that round was wild. Yeah, and then Lemos was like, come, let's do this. Like, you know, full of testosterone, boy. The road rage. He's in the building. Road rage? Maybe. I hope he tests negative after that fight. It could have been road rage. This is an angry little dude. Because he literally didn't have that much steam to keep moving. And that's what I thought. And then the judge, went to points decision. But one judge gave Hitchens 117, 111. Listen, that's not, you can't have Hitchens winning, what was that, eight rounds? No, that's a no. And then the other 2 judges was 115, 113. 115, 113 for Hitchens. I never saw it like that. I didn't see Richardson Hitchens actually winning the fight, even though I predicted a UD points. I thought he'd have a few rounds of trouble, couple of rounds, and then he'd be able to maybe figure it out. But it showed me that a little bit more about Hitchens. You're talking about Super El Matias? No. He's going to be more betterly matched with someone that's a low level pressure fighter, someone that's not as quick, someone that's not explosive, and just someone also, if you have to flip the style, a counter puncher like a Devin Haney, which I don't see him winning. He's got a bit of work to do. good fighter, but he's got some work to do. Top tier level, elite level yet. I think he is now, where is he? I think maybe he's like 17 or 18-0. And now the other geezer, Gustavo, is 28-1. Caleb from Argentina, you know, Argentina is not to be sniffed at. Them fighters come to win, and they are strong, and they are bangers. The Italian, Spanish lot, that's what they came, and they saw, and they came to conquer, honey. Damn, the strength is in the building. It's a powerful building. The relentless entered the building. It was a pressurized building. Yeah. I could go on a little longer, but I mean, yeah, that was basically it. Richardson Hitchens, you know, in the post-fight ring interview, he knew he didn't win. He was like, yeah, I know, I thought I got the win. Y'all can boo. Not my fans, but his fans. Y'all can boo. We got the win. We got the W. Listen, he's lucky to get that. Lucky. Them judges, man. I don't know what they was looking at. This judging situation is really bad in boxing. It's horrid, actually, to be honest. I think I would have more been okay with a draw. And then they would have to run it back. This was for the IBF interim. So who's going to fight Super Matthias? So, you know. Hitchens. Yeah, you got some work, because Matthias probably will knock you out. Matthias ain't this boogeyman, what everyone says, but styles makes fights. And I think Matthias could just basically may stop Hitchens. But anyway, congratulations to, and you're lucky, Richardson Hitchens for winning a unanimous points decision against Gustavo Lemos. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LADYCHANDUNDEM, rep nonetheless. Come box with Chan. Gan. The gift was in the building. The luck was in the building. Gan.